Did you know that the average American checks their cell phone 344 times a day? That's once every 4 minutes. And a staggering 71% reach for their phone first thing in the morning when they wake up. 74% feel a little uneasy leaving their cell phone behind. Over the past 2 years, I've made some significant changes in my digital habits. I no longer reach for my phone first thing in the morning when I wake up. I leave my phone behind when I go for a walk, and when I'm with family and friends, I want to be present. Embracing digital minimalism unlock a newfound sense of productivity and peace and freedom. So how can you embrace digital minimalism in your own life and get started by decluttering your digital life? This is the first video of 5 in a series on digital minimalism, and I invite you to join me on this journey of looking at what does digital minimalism look like for you. I want to share with you 5 easy steps to get started with digital minimalism. Let's break it down. Tip number 1 is to delete the non-essential apps on your phone. Ask yourself, does this app enhance your life, or are you using it for escape? Organize your home screen with the most essential apps that you use on a day-to-day basis. These are the ones that you frequently use and you want to have easy access to them. The second page are for apps that you use less frequently. You could divide them. Business apps on the first page, second page could be personal apps, third page could be books and music, and maybe fitness and health. You can organize it however you want, but what I've realized, I've cut down my apps literally in half. Now, I'm not someone who only has 3 apps on my phone. I do run my business from my phone, and I have some essential apps that I do need to use on a day-to-day basis. At the bottom of my screen, on the dock, I only have 3 apps, and I really took some time to think about what are the apps that are essential and I need to have access to. I had my messages, but I didn't really need to have those there. And so I'm getting really clear on what apps I use on a day-to-day basis to run my business and stay in touch and communicate with those that I need to be in touch with. Delete all other apps that you use from time to time. You think you're going to use them, but maybe you really don't use them even on a monthly basis. Save your apps in your library or group them into categories that make sense to you. Tip number 2 is to organize your computer desktop. It's really easy to ignore all of the little icons that you have saved and shortcuts on your computer desktop, but it's visually distracting. What started off as a place to just put something there for someday or I'll deal with it later now has become a cluttered mess. Sometimes we think it's faster if we just save everything to our desktop, it's easier to find the files. Actually, it isn't. On my desktop, I only have a few files and a couple shortcuts, but I rarely ever go to my desktop. I save everything inside of my Google Drive folder. Google Drive allows me to find what I need in the search tool way faster than I can scan a screen on my computer. Remember, the less clutter you have, the more clear your mind is going to be. Tip number 3 is to organize your email inbox. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and shopping sites that you may have accidentally checked that little box off and now you're getting all of those emails. Create folders to organize and label your emails, like newsletter subscriptions, receipts, or invoices that come into your inbox. They will automatically organize into these folders and then you can go and check them at your leisure. Don't get overwhelmed by the number of emails that you have in your inbox. If you've got hundreds or thousands of emails, make it a goal over the next week or 2 to get your emails down to 100 or less. You could also do a bulk search of your emails by year and just archive previous years and only keep the last 30 days or the last 2 weeks in your inbox. It's going to make it much easier to manage and make decisions on what you want to filter, what you want to keep, and what you're going to delete. When you get your inbox close to ground zero, watch your productivity soar and your mental clarity increase. Tip number 4 is to declutter your calendar. My calendar really is my go-to place for telling me what it is that I'm up to next. It actually allows me to focus on what I want to do at what time during the day, and I get things done faster. Create blocks of time to do specific tasks like deep work, writing, content creation, filming, what you want to do is you want to batch an hour to 3 hours to get these kinds of projects done. It decreases distraction because you're not getting caught up in the switching task, which typically takes about 20 minutes to transition back into what you were doing. It's much easier to batch content writing than it is to do a little bit here and then jump to something else and then come back to it. You can even batch your errands. I look at my errands list, and when I'm out and about, I can plan what I need to do and where I am, and then I can start knocking off those errands on my to-do list. While you're going through this process of clearing out the clutter and minimizing all the distractions, you're going to come across things that you forgot to do or you want to do, and you need a place to capture all of those things so you don't get sidetracked. Make sure you download our free brainstorming exercise. Link is in the description below. So as things come up, as you're going through this process of clearing out your calendar and your email and your phone, and you get those little nagging reminders or things that you forgot, just put them all down in this exercise, and it's a way to capture those things. The link is in the description below. Tip number 5 is personal enjoyment. One of the benefits of digital minimalism is more leisure time and fun in your life. And who doesn't want more fun and creative time? That was one of the reasons why I ventured out on this journey of creating less clutter and distraction in my day-to-day work. I wanted to be able to have more creative time in my business to do the writing and the filming and just get it done in a more enjoyable way. So I've changed my mindset. Instead of I have to do it, I want to do it, because there's so many things that I have learned on my journey of organizing and decluttering and digital minimalism that I want to share with others, because I know the difference that it made in my life, and I've seen the difference that it's made in others. Instead of saying that I have to do it or that I'm finding this very frustrating and overwhelming, I'm telling myself that even when things are hard and uncomfortable, that I'm going to enjoy the process. This year, as I simplify my digital systems even more than I did last year, I'm focusing on enjoying the difficult tasks. You will reclaim your leisure time and increase your fun time. You're going to spend more time enjoying life's simple little pleasures, like going for walks without your phone and being present in the moment with friends and family, or indulging in a good book. By embracing digital minimalism, you can declutter your mind and focus on what really truly matters. Take the first step today, wherever you are on this journey, to start simplifying your digital life. Remember to download the free brainstorming exercise that's linked in the description below. And make sure to check out our upcoming video on how to create an intentional setup on your phone for digital minimalism.